Buds, and listen up. Grilling season's here. Now we find out what we're made of. Are we gonna fold under pressure and overcook the burgers? Or are we gonna nail the carne asada and the brisket and pack the coolers with ice-cold Budweiser and Bud Light? Because that's the difference between winning and losing, between flipping burgers and grilling like a pro.
This summer, grill like a pro with Bud and Bud Light. Stock up today. Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, and Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Wisconsin volleyball national champion Devin Robinson. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Madison Axe. Enjoy axe throwing, craft beers, bags, shuffleboard, and more fun at Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Visit MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today. The Milwaukee Brewers face the Dodgers in NLCS Game 4 tonight, and the Brewers, if their backs weren't up against the wall already, they definitely are now as they're down 0-3 in the series after last night's 3-1 loss. Brewers, teams that have fallen behind 3-0 in any best-of-7 postseason series, have gone on to lose in 40 of 41 of those times, including 31 teams who were swept in said series. The Brewers hope to avoid becoming number 32 on that list tonight. Jose Quintana is scheduled to start for the Brewers with 7:38 p.m. first pitch. Pre-game coverage begins at 7 right here on 100.5 ESPN. Get ready for that game with a special hour-long edition of WTMJ's Brewers Warm-Up, simulcasting right here on 100.5 ESPN as well. And then tonight, Badgers volleyball, the number 9th ranked Wisconsin Badgers host the number 23 ranked UCLA Bruins at the Fieldhouse. Catch all of that game on the ESPN Madison 2 tab with first serve at 7 p.m. And then tonight, Prep Mania play-by-play, Sun Prairie versus Edgewood. Hunter Vaughn and Dennis Simmer on the call, ESPN Madison YouTube page.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special. Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin App, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Kicks the leg and deals. Struck him out swinging with that splitter. The Dodgers take game 3, and they have a 3-0 lead in the championship series against the Brewers.
Have you ever seen Harry Potter? Remember the Dementors that would just suck the soul out of you? That's what the Dodgers were to every Brewers fan. Just slowly sucking it out of your body. By the end of it, I just felt empty. Just had nothing left. Just felt devoid of emotion.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. The Mountains are blue. You know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. Primetime Warshawn behind the glass. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's the Car Was Talking text line. This is more. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. We got a lot going on tonight. We got up next, Brewers versus Dodgers, NLCS Game 4. First pitch at 7:38. Pregame starts at 7. We have the Kelly Sheffield Show from 6 to 6:30. Oh, by the way.
Wait. Does that still say the Kelly Sheffield Show on there?
Oh God.
No. Ryan. Haven't updated in time, guys. Actually, tonight, a special hour-long edition of WTMJ's Brewers Warm-Up is going to be airing on 100.5 ESPN in case you weren't already.
Get warmed up for this sweet.
Yeah. Why'd you have to?
Sorry.
They might win tonight.
Can we hear Wisconsin volleyball tonight when they take on UCLA?
That's what I was trying to get to
Well,
here.
then you can get to that next. Yes,
Is
Jim.
this going to be correct?
This part is correct, I promise.
Right. Badger Volleyball on ESPN Madison 2, so you can open up the ESPN Wisconsin app and then just click on the ESPN Madison 2 stream. Number 9, Wisconsin takes on number 23, UCLA. If you're a fan of the Jump Around, the Badger dedicated show we do every Thursday on ESPN Madison, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube stream, you would know that David Gilreath was on the show, and he brought up that his wife is from UCLA, and it is wild that now they are both Big Ten alums.
That is crazy.
But he says he runs into more Badger fans than she does UCLA fans when they travel because they are big travelers. And then also going on tonight, Prep Mania, play-by-play, YouTube only, Sun Prairie at Edgewood, Hunter Vaughn and Dennis Semra on the call. We have so much going on tonight that we're out of time. That's the segment.
Yeah. Are you a Big Ten alum if like your school is now a Big Ten team, but it wasn't when you went there?
Ooh, that's the hard-hitting questions we expect from Matt Hamilton.
Oh no, I just think it's a
fair question.
Yeah.
I would say,
like, would you want to claim it?
Probably not. I wouldn't think so.
Because what were they? Pac-12?
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say
they were
that,
the ACC, not.
Oh come on.
which is insane. The
Formerly the Pac-10.
Atlantic Coast Conference.
The All Coast Conference now. That Cal and Stanford are in there.
But it used to be Atlantic Coast Conference, and it's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense that Cal and Stanford are in there. Apparently, Cal was supposed to be in there. We learned that from David Gilreath, but at the last minute, they got flipped, and they stayed in the or
Cal
they went
was
to the
going
ACC.
to the Big Ten.
Yes. Cal was going to come to the Big Ten, and the last minute, they got flipped to the ACC.
I wonder how they're liking that decision now.
I don't think it was their choice. I think they were kind of just...
I think people in California are doing fine. Most of them are Dodgers fans. They feel amazing. Their team's the greatest team of all time.
So you want to get into this, huh? All right. So
I mean, what else are we going to talk about here, Jim?
All right. Do we want to...
Do I
Packers
want to
play
talk
this weekend?
Do I want to talk about it? Not really. Do I feel like we need to? Do I feel like I have to get out the feelings that we're all experiencing right now?
I think Ryan needs a little therapy session.
So, Ryan, before we get into the topic du jour, you want a bucket dump?
I mean, I already did on Wednesday. You heard it in the open. My soul's been sucked out of me by the LA Dementors. I'm done. Like,
so last game,
every game.
Nothing?
It's what do you mean last game?
Like you said, you had the soul sucked out of you. You're already at rock bottom. How did yesterday feel?
Well, it just felt like the same as Tuesday's game, honestly. It just felt a little different in that it was almost more upset that The Miz was amazing in the game. Where he comes in, we talked about, is he going to start? Is he going to blow another game? Like, is he going to have another wild outing? He comes in and he throws 6 innings of flawless baseball. Or 5 innings of flawless baseball, excuse me.
Yeah.
Gets 9 strikeouts, third most in an MLB relief appearance
Almost
in
a
postseason
12.
history. Yeah, honestly. Honestly, Matt's prediction, and don't quote me, was almost on point because of The Miz. And... none of it matters because the bats are just non-existent. There's nothing there. They are as vapid and empty as my soul is at the plate. Like, they have nothing. They have nothing. It's so hard to watch when a baseball
vapid
team can't do anything.
100%.
They're just impotent at the plate, and it's terrible to watch. It's terrible to sit through and to watch a team that won 97 games and looked... was unbeatable
and
for
had the third
half
most
a month.
hits in the MLB in the regular season.
Exactly. A team that you thought actually would stand up in the postseason. And, yeah, they won in 5 games over the Cubs. That I feel good about that. You shouldn't not feel good about that as a Brewers fan, getting back to the NLCS. But then being on the doorstep, they're getting swept tonight. Like, it feels like so now the season starts to feel hollow because of this.
Yeah. I feel like letting the Cubs back in the door, not as much as like the hangover from winning, but more just the fact that it's like, if you can't close out a series like that, you have such a huge lead, and to give up 2 back and to have to play 5 games, and like, yes, there's absolutely like physical fatigue and probably mental fatigue to it as well. But like, how many times, especially in this Jordan Love era, that you feel like the Packers struggle to close out games? It's hard to have confidence going into the next one when you don't think your team can close out a game or a series.
And that was my main point. I do think there was a little bit of like, we slayed the dragon emotional letdown for the Brewers after that Cubs series. But more importantly, the Cubs, and I said this before, they helped the Dodgers beat the Brewers in the NLDS because they wore out the Brewers. The Brewers had to use pitchers they didn't want to use. They had to use Freddie Peralta. They couldn't line up their pitching.
But I'll say this, though, Jim. The pitching hasn't been the problem for the Brewers, though. That's the thing.
True.
Yeah.
It's the lineup has nothing right now. Like, they didn't get more tired because they played 5 games.
Trash.
True.
The pitching has honestly been pretty damn good. They've given up 3.3 runs per game.
Yeah, except for 5 or 6 that they gave up
They
in
gave
game
up 5 in game 2. That was the only time.
That
was the
I
only
thought
time
pitching.
it truly felt like the game was out of reach because of the pitching. And even then, Freddie had a decent start. Like, I'm pretty sure the Dodgers didn't score their 4th run until the 7th inning. Right? That's when Shohei finally got his first hit of the series.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's just the fact the Brewers have 9 hits in 3 baseball games, and they've scored exactly 1 run in all 3 of them. Like, there's nothing to say about the pitching when it's been good enough. The hitting is just not there. Like,
the pitching's been good enough to keep you in the game.
And I will say, when we look at the Cubs series, like games 3 and 4, like, I don't think those were the reasons that maybe they carried over to like make the Brewers be so shallow now in the Dodgers series. But we saw what's going on right now. It started in those 2 games.
Yeah, and it really has to just do a lot with, forget even the pitching part of it. The Dodgers were sitting in Milwaukee waiting for the Brewers, and they were relaxed and ready to go. And this is a team that gets healthier game by game. The Brewers had to play extra games. Cubs have like nothing tangentially to do with it, but it could have been any team. It could have been San Diego.
Right.
But having to go 5 when the other team didn't works against you, especially when the other team is the road team and they have more rest than you at home. Yeah. And so those little things are part of it, but you're right. Nobody's hitting. Here's Jake Bauers is hitting 364.
And that's in like 5 plate appearances.
He's played 11 plate appearances. He's played in 5 games. Oh,
that's the postseason in general.
Yes. This is just postseason in general. But they're not hitting all postseason to the point. The respectability line drops. It goes Caleb Durbin at 280, and then Jackson Chourio at 276. And Chourio's got 2 home runs.
And the Durbinator!
But then after that, it is hot garbage. Blake Perkins next to the line at 214. William Contreras at 200, Christian Yelich at 200, and that hit he had yesterday didn't even hit the infield dirt.
Yeah.
So it counts as a hit, but like he's not feeling it. You'd almost rather him have been like just stroking and just hitting every ball hard somewhere instead of a dribbler. Because if he's doing that, at some point they'll fall.
Yeah.
A dribbler, you're like, this guy still ain't seen it. He just got like the nice little luck there. Sal Frelick under the Mendoza line at 185. Andrew Vaughn, remember him, 167. Bryce Terang, 125. Joey Ortiz,
Ryan,
111.
So sad.
In 7 at-bats, Michael Collins.
Wait,
Michael.
That's what it says on here, Michael Collins.
It has his full name on there.
But then there's also Isaac Collins. I feel like that's a mistake on ESPN there. And then Brandon Lockwood. They all have combined for 0 hits.
Who are the ones who have combined for 0 hits?
Isaac Collins and Brandon Lockwood.
and
Isaac Michael.
2 different people. Michael Collins is listed as a second baseman, and then Isaac Collins is listed as left fielder.
Just split personality, obviously.
Brandon Lockwood. They both stink.
Sink or stink?
Well, I was going to say suck, and then I kind of switched it to stink. Yeah. But I could say suck on the radio. You didn't want to get too crazy around YouTube yesterday. And Molly was dropping swears left and right.
I was forced.
Potty mouth.
You were forced.
I was literally forced into it.
Not literally.
No, I was.
You were coerced. You were
Coerced.
literally
coerced. Pressure.
Coerced.
Coerced?
I hope I'm not in a
Coerced.
Coerced.
There's no H in there. Take out the H.
Coerced?
Coerced.
Okay. Coerced.
Coerced.
You're coerced into it.
That's like two funeral cars driving alongside each other.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I don't want to be coerced.
That's what that's basically
or
what
cursed.
That's basically what Michael Collins and Isaac Collins are. They're just 2 hearses going up to the plate every time.
Coerced.
Just 2 dead bodies.
Mitch Stoughton chimes in spot on. Wooly 844-770-3776. This Carl's Talking text line list is more. I'll say this. I want to ask this question because the most pathetic thing that I've seen on social media from Brewers fans is the ones crying about payroll. Because if you extrapolated that argument out all the way, why do you even root for the Brewers? If you think the whole thing is fixed and you got no chance because the team with the highest payroll is going to win, which isn't the truth. There's more teams that win the World Series year to year in Major League Baseball than there are teams that win the Super Bowl. Go look it up. Chiefs and Patriots win a lot of Super Bowls. There's a lot more parity as far as who actually wins the World Series in baseball, including the Royals, and I believe Tampa's been to one. Teams with tiny payrolls. The White Sox do not spend a lot of money. They've won a World Series. So it ain't all about the money. But all of a sudden, the Brewers are getting shellacked, and it's all about the payroll. So our Signing Limited poll question is I want to see how much of that is a minority and how much of that is the Brewers fan base's true feelings. Who's most to blame for the Brewers' lackluster performance in the NLDS? The Brewers' payroll or the Dodgers' payroll?
I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's the Brewers' payroll. Well, we've said it all last spring and leading up to the season. Mark Antanasio just wants to win the Budget Olympics. When asked about his expectations for the season, he just wanted fans to come out to AmFam and have a good time. What owner is not leading with, we're here to win a World Series? But if he said that, nobody would believe him when we have the 5th lowest payroll in all of baseball. And we had the breakdowns yesterday, a percentage off of revenue earned from your own team. The Brewers are at 40%. That's 8th or 9th in the MLB. But there's teams that are spending 70% of their payroll. The Dodgers.
But do you feel any hatred towards the Dodgers for how much money they're willing and able to spend? Look at the players that they have versus what the Milwaukee Brewers do.
I know, but there's no reason that a billionaire like Mark Antanasio can't have gotten more players for the Brewers.
Nobody is forcing Mark Antanasio to own the Milwaukee Brewers. Nobody is forcing Mark Antanasio to own a business that is worth over $1 billion more than what he paid for and trying to operate it like he's running the mom and pop shop. Nobody's forcing him to worry about cash flow year in and year out.
The only thing I'm upset with the Dodgers for is I was bamboozled this summer because they were injured for most of the season. Jim had mentioned they were projected to win 120 games preseason. They were injured for 4/5 of the season and then got hot. Now you have this lineup that they expected to be in all season, winning 120 games. That's 23 games more than the Brewers did if they hit their expectations. So this team was built better. They were a better team from the get-go. They got stricken by the injury bug, were able to get to the postseason, and now we're seeing this Dodgers superstar lineup in full force, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Right, because the inverse here that I just want to talk about, and that's kind of what I'm dancing at, is that there is no restriction in place at all to stop Mark Antanasio for spending as much money as he damn well pleases. Nobody's stopping him from spreading the payroll out and paying it out into perpetuity. Nobody forced him to buy a soccer team. I don't know what, and it's fine. He has billions of dollars. He can run the team how he wants.
Right.
But he should also not get a pass for not, and this is the thing. I'm not asking, and as someone on the outside, but Brewer fans aren't asking, let's go crazy every year and let's just spend like the Dodgers. The Brewers are asking I think it's more of, hey, maybe act like you give a damn, and so when we are in a little bit of a window, you spend some money.
Maybe more than 55% of your revenue?
Yeah. Don't bargain shop.
40% of the revenue.
That's what they're doing. I've said maybe go up to over 55. Spend a little bit more. This is our team the cash cow that floats your soccer team? Did they not make enough money and that's why you're looking to do it? I don't know what the reason is. And I would like to know at what line do you have to get to avoid that luxury tax? Because realistically, that's where I would want to live as a fan of the Brewers. I understand you don't want to pay a luxury tax, a bunch over the top that just goes to the MLB or to nothing to improve your team. How do you get up to that line then without having to pay it? We can't be even close to it right now. And it's just upsetting that for me, it's more Antanasio. And I understand if you are upset with the Dodgers, but don't hate the player, hate the game is what I say to that.
I'm not saying I am. I'm just giving the other perspective. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting, though, when you look at this document that we've been getting all of our numbers from, that the New York Mets, their payroll is $400 million. Their revenue from 2024 was $444. So they're spending 90% of their revenue. Mm-hmm. And the Brewers are better. So, how can you convince somebody like Mark Antanasio, who likes to pinch pennies, how can you convince them to spend so much more money when you see teams that are worse than what the Milwaukee Brewers are?
Here's how
I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm just literally asking the question.
Here's how you do it, is you go, hey, Mark, you've hired smart people. You had David Stearns, now you have Matt Arnold. You've spent some money in the infrastructure. You have smart people. So for an example, I'm just going to throw a name out there. I don't know if this is the guy that the Brewers should get or not, but let's say the Brewers say, hey, you know what? 2-year deal on Dylan Cease at this specific number, and it's a real number, and they go, you know what, we're going to make a run at it. We're going to say we're going to pay Dylan Cease 2 years, $40 million, and see what he says. He's a veteran pitcher. He's better than Jose Quintana, but he fills that role of the veteran guy in that lineup. And now you got Dylan Cease, who was a hard-throwing, high-end prospect, who's still a very good pitcher. Sounds like Jake Mizorowski. So then he can provide some leadership to him. Mm-hmm. And then you also have these Quinn Priester and Chad Patrick, and maybe pay Freddie. Or how about this? Or just do this: pay Freddie Peralta his money. What are we going to do when the Brewers are swept and they trade Freddie Peralta this offseason? Because to me, that's the most likely scenario. Because they're not going to pay him, and they're not going to trade. And his contract is up at the end of next season. They're not going to
let him
trade,
walk.
and they're not going to trade him mid-season.
But and maybe this is a dumb question, but does paying him change the outcome of anything this season?
It allows,
not
this season, but then like all of a sudden, one, it shows the fans you give a damn, but then two, it's like, all right, well, now Patrick's a little bit more seasoned, Mizorowski's a little bit more seasoned, maybe actually can start a game, and then also you have Quinn Priester, more seasoned, maybe he won't get rattled. So now these guys have a whole nother season under their belt.
To mention your star closer, McGill.
Yes, well, McGill is old as hell. I wouldn't count on that year to year.
Nah,
but if you just have, I'm just saying, if you have that, you can go to Uribe. He's a nice young arm. But if you have some certainty there, all of a sudden you feel like, well, this team is getting, Peralta's still in a prime age, and the team's getting a little bit older on the back end of it. They feel a little bit more settled. I want to do this before we go to break here. So, according to ChatGPT, the small market teams are the Tampa Bay Rays, who I'm just looking here where the Milwaukee Brewers are. Tampa Bay Rays, I believe, spend more money than the Brewers, or
they spent $100 million in the 2025 payroll.
So they spent 32%. Yeah. So
the
then you
spent $137 million.
You got the Oakland Athletics; they're below them as well. The Kansas City Royals are in front of the Brewers. The Kansas City Royals spend 50% of their payroll. The Milwaukee Brewers spend 47.8%. Then you have the Pittsburgh Pirates. They are down at the bottom; they're below them. The Cleveland Guardians. The Cleveland Guardians are below the Brewers. The Cincinnati Reds are below the Brewers, and then the Miami Marlins are below the Brewers.
Well, but here's where the dollars, Brewers, right?
Right, yes. Well, no, that's in percentages. But here's where it gets, and this is where you get a little bit funky. So many of the mid-market teams, which that's all we're asking the Brewers to spend is spend like a mid-market team. There are a lot of those mid-market teams that spend more than the Brewers as far as their percentage of payroll, including the St. Louis Cardinals, including the San Diego Padres, including the terrible Colorado Rockies. So there are teams in front of them that are mid-market. So I don't think Brewer fans are saying go out and spend like a big market team. Go spend like a mid-market team. And we're not talking about the overall dollars. We're talking about percentage of revenue towards your payroll. And to me, and to your point, I think that is the fair line for fans to be like, this is where I want my team to be, is that when we are a World Series contender, like the Brewers are now, spend like a mid-market team and don't act like a small market team.
Yeah.
You don't have to go nuts. You don't have to spend $342. But, to your point, Mets, number one payroll, not in there. But the Blue Jays, number two, what are they doing? They're doing what the Brewers can't do.
Yeah, trying to make a comeback after dropping 2 games at home.
Yep.
Padres were a playoff team. The Dodgers are right there. Obviously, the Rangers won the World Series 2 years ago. So the Astros won the series like 5-6 years ago. Philly's been in the World Series a few times. San Francisco's been a perennially good team that makes the playoffs. St. Louis is the one team up in front of them that hasn't done much in a while. The Braves won a World Series not that long ago. Colorado has also been terrible for a while.
Here's the thing. I actually remember a St. Louis World Series. I am unaware, unless there's another time outside of 1982 that the Brewers had made it there. That mid-market team they were able to do it, and they probably spent some money when they had like Freeze and some of those guys, Pujols and players like that. They're like, yeah, this is our window. Let's try and make something happen.
Joe Nabuni chimes in, easy for the Dodgers to make a huge payroll because they have a TV deal that pays over $300 million a year. Brewers TV deal is $35 million, barely higher than the $32.5 Glass now from the Dodgers makes in a season. Okay, let's flip it. Is it fair the Dodgers get taxed and then that team goes to a team like the Brewers? Like, you could flip it. These teams that are spending all this money are floating the Brewers.
And so in all fact, that money and that luxury tax goes to the teams that
I don't know exactly, but there is revenue sharing.
There's a percentage of it. It's not as much as like leagues like the NFL or the NBA where they have more
Like we
salary
can't
cap
go out
rules.
and get our own Snell with the money we're getting from the Dodgers for the luxury tax.
No, it's more so there to just keep the teams at the very bottom, like the Tampa Bay Rays, the ones who are spending like under $100 million some years. Like it's there to make them like actually have to pay just even a modicum of a salary.
And again, at the end of the day, we're not asking saying go spend like the Dodgers. We're saying
Put like the Twins.
Put a higher percentage on your revenue.
You just want literally one or two more guys.
The Tigers.
Get me into like 55 to 60% revenue that you make is going towards a team. That means you still get 40%. Like you're still doing well. You're doing just fine. Go ahead and spend 15 more percent on your payroll for players. Who knows what you get out of it? You obviously, like Jim had pointed out, Matt Arnold was able to put together an amazing baseball team, the best record in baseball on a third of the budget of the Dodgers budget. Yep. And like that, there's something to be said for that. And if you don't hear that and think, man, I wonder if they spent that like a little bit more, and if Matt Arnold had a little bit more wiggle room to get the players he wants, who knows how many more players he could get that are like pretty good, but for a value, like moneyballing that, like Billy Bean that stuff.
Yes. Simon Chevy in Mount Horeb, only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simon Chevy in Mount Horeb. What's a better buying experience? It's the experience that you want at a dealership. So make the short drive out to Mount Horeb and go see Aaron or Tyler or anyone over at Simon Chevy in Mount Horeb. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Also, just to do show policy, got to get Jim, Matt, and Molly tattooed on your buttocks if you're going to host the show. So.
If you're going to host or produce?
You guys can.
You guys are going to find a new producer. I'm sorry, guys.
It's good content.
I'll probably find a
Matt,
spot. I can find a spot for it. Yeah, I can throw a little JMM somewhere.
Big dumper.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Game day in Wisconsin calls for a big play. The Big Dinner Box from Pizza Hut. 2 medium one-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks, all for just $19.99. That's enough for you to feed your whole lineup and the fans before kickoff. Hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, even tavern style. Pizza Hut has something for every seat in the stadium. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the app. Fuel your game day with the Big Dinner Box. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
I really struggled with choosing a career path. I had so many interests and couldn't decide what to do. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I'm figuring it all out, making friends and connections along the way. Coming here is the best decision I ever made. My advice to others? Just take the first step. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This station has conducted a test of the emergency alert system.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's no second chances. There's no do-overs. We're definitely primed to take that next step. That's the focus and the goal.
This is your green and gold fix on 100.5 ESPN.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, pain to get to where you want to go.
This green and gold fix is driven by Metro Ford.
As the Packers gear up for their Week 7 matchup in Arizona against the Cardinals, they're preparing for 2 quarterbacks. Regular starter Kyler Murray missed last week's game due to injury and may miss another one this week, leaving veteran Jacoby Brissett as the option. LaFleur on the challenge, preparing for two different quarterbacks.
Both those guys have different skill sets. Obviously, Jacoby went in there and was very productive. I think it was the most productive game up to this date. And we all know the type of player that Kyler is, because he can make the on-schedule and the off-schedule.
Regardless of who's under center for Arizona, the Packers, 6.5-point favorites. I'm Alex Stroh.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
When I jumped off, I had a bucket full of thoughts.
Madison College has been educating Wisconsin students since 1912, which is more than a century of opportunity. And today, many students actually start their bachelor's degree right at Madison College. With special transfer tracks and agreements with schools like UW, you can save money, earn credits, and then move right into a four-year program. And last year alone, over 4,500 students made the jump from Madison College to more than 600 universities. It's a proven pathway to success, and it all starts at Madison College. Start your path at madisoncollege.edu.
He's Matt Hamilton. I am Jim Rutledge. She is Molly Brown. Molly, you got a fan on the talk and text line, 844-770.
Tell me.
3776, Carlos talk and text line. Molly is an idiot. It's got a lot of things to say, so can you go ahead and... I like when you read Molly's an idiot guy.
Okay, hold on.
There's a lot. Before you get to him, we did have...
oh my God,
Madison
he is
says, look, the idiot folks are the most angry folks on our talk and text line. But the Adam Madison says, Matt has a very valid point. And it really pisses me off because Brewer fans are loyal, and we can't get over 50% of the revenue back to the team.
Molly is an idiot one says, or maybe they are spending more on pitching lab and Dominican and scouting, etc., to continue becoming or being relevant. Hate when you guys recite things like it's the entire picture. Also depends on your source what percent actually is.
Forbes magazine.
Okay, thank you. I am continuing with Molly as an idiot one. He says, uninformed hosts are the best reason fans feel how they do, spewing this crap, easy to push the cheap narrative.
Easy for you to have Stockholm Syndrome. Like, Molly is an idiot guy. Look at you like, hey, way to go, billionaire Mark Antanasio. Thanks for doing just enough to make me enjoy my summer. Whoopee! You got Stockholm Syndrome, Molly's an idiot guy. That's not my fault.
I'm so mad at the Dodgers because they spend more money. Because their ownership wants to put more money and invest it into players on the team. Sure, you're right. I don't get the whole picture. But I promise you, with the 40 or 45% that the Brewers are putting into players, they're not putting the other 65 into scouting.
There's not a lot of things that I feel like people in this world, one, can agree on, but two, as sports fans, that we can all agree on. I think you can all agree, especially in baseball, that your owner's not doing enough. And it is okay to say that. You can still be a fan of the Brewers. You can still love the Milwaukee Brewers and love baseball by saying that your owner isn't doing enough to win your team a title.
This idea sparked in my brain because I was listening to a Cubs podcast, and they were burying the Cubs for being way too damn cheap. And they are. They do not spend enough money on their payroll, on their team. And yes, the Brewers are not known as a cheap organization, but neither are the other teams at the top. Molly is an idiot guy, so you can't just say,
I keep thinking you're just going to stop at Molly's an idiot. I'm like, whoa. Sorry.
I'm just going to throw that out left and right. So that But the point is, other teams also spend money on the pitching labs. Other teams have their own analytics. The Brewers are not known as a cheap organization. They're not the Marlins where they're not spending on anything, but they are also a team that is spending, I think, Matt, you have a good point, at least half your revenue. And we're not even saying every damn year. We're saying when there's a chance, when there's an opportunity. And so Matt Arnold's very good at his job. The Brewers won 93 games last year.
Yeah, let Matt Arnold cook.
Going into this offseason, you could have said, you know what? Let's see if we can get one bat or one extra arm so we're not so worn, so we can have more than one damn pitcher start a game instead of all these openers. Mm-hmm. You got one guy in Freddie Peralta that's starting baseball games. Quinn Priester started one against the Cubs. So two guys. Otherwise, it's all openers.
And I don't know how.
Was it Aaron Ashby start 7 games this postseason?
He started
7
2 in this series.
And he did one for the Cubs. That's 3.
Yeah, at least one for the Cubs.
Yeah, one for the Cubs.
Like the whole thing for me is we couldn't have just sat there this whole time banking on Woodruff. Woodruff hadn't played for like 400 days. And when he was back, yeah, he's really good, but there was no guarantee he was going to come back and be firing immediately. And, like, I understand injuries happen, but when injuries do happen and you're down to one pitcher, where are you at? Like, we have a great bullpen. We have great relievers. There's plenty of arms there, but we have one true starter currently without Woodruff.
The difference between a team like Tampa and Seattle and the Dodgers and these other teams and the Brewers is that, and Ryan, you're a bigger baseball guy than me, but correct me if I'm wrong, the Brewers, just eyeballing this, rely on guys in their early 20s more than those other teams do. You're relying on Mizorowski in his first full season to throw a record amount of innings for his life and then be ready in the playoffs?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? You're asking Jackson Chourio, who has risen to the moment, to be your star. Kalen Durbin's a rookie. Chourio's a second-year guy. Contreras and Yelich are the only vets. Frelick's, a couple years in? Andrew Vaughn hasn't been in the moment like this since college.
He's actually shown up in the postseason, though.
Well, not hitting.
In the Cubs series, he did.
Right, he's hitting 167.
He's hitting 167 for the post. In the Cubs series, he was 267. It just shows how bad he's been in the Dodgers series.
Yes.
That's fallen by 100 points.
He's got 4 hits and 24 at-bats.
2 of those were home runs, though. There's a big moments, and I mean,
there's also no expectations for him. So
there's no expectations for him, but either way, there were more expectations for all of these guys.
That's my point.
After what they did in the regular season,
but again, just relying on so many of these youngsters. We're not even saying go out and spend and sign some guy to some massive deal. Find some vets that can that can take some pressure off. They don't even have an option for Joey Ortiz.
At shortstop, I mean, yeah, it's disappointing because they need all. It feels like every season going into it for the Brewers, everything has to work out for them to get where they need to go. Like they can't absorb any just sort of setbacks. Like Brandon Woodruff not being in the starting rotation. As soon as that happens, everything's off kilter now.
And that's why we're looking for, hey, go from 40-some% to over 50% because then you have a little bit more of a cushion.
If you get over 50%, you're in the top 10% as far as payroll to revenue like comparison. You jump from 24th out of 30 to 10th.
Wow. Yeah.
It's 10% more than you're currently doing. It's all they're asking.
All that being said, even if they did do that this postseason, like the way they're performing and the way the veterans, like Jim is even mentioning, like Christian Yelich has been Yelich might be the worst hitter on the team right now. Contreras hasn't done anything since the Cubs series. Andrew Vaughn, who, like it or not, is one of their veterans who's been performing at a high level for them this season. He has not done anything in this Dodgers series. Like, even if they added one more big bat, like say the big name this offseason, big free agent bat will be Kyle Schwarber.
Oh, I thought, hey, you.
Eugenio hasn't been good for the Mariners either, honestly.
Fair.
Had they traded for him, it would not have paid off. But
we don't know what Pat Murphy would have done for him.
Looking at what's coming this offseason, a guy like Kyle Schwarber would be the guy you'd want to bring in for a big bat. Like, even if they had him on the roster right now, it wouldn't change enough because it's just from top to bottom, the team is not performing. But other than the starting pitchers and a couple of the relievers have done
So
well.
what changes that then? Maybe that's a dumb question, but if you say the best bat potentially it's going to be a free agent this next season, couldn't even change what's going on with the Brewers.
This current series, they just have not done anything. There's nothing they could have done better other than just actually execute. They just have not.
They had to play better.
It's legitimately, that's all it comes down to. They have not played better. They have not played to even a modicum of their standard that they had all season.
And that said, 10% more for the Brewers is only, not to say only, but it's $33 million.
I would love
$33.5 million more.
I would love if they did that, but looking at this series in a vacuum right now, had they even done that, I still don't think they're even. Maybe they have one more win in this series, and maybe they get gentlemen swept.
Well,
tonight, I fully expect them to get
that
swept.
could be two other players that are out and two other guys that are in that might be marginally better, but two players that are marginally better.
How many of these
what's
games
going on
do you
right
feel
now.
like there's been a marginal gap between the Brewers and the Dodgers?
Last night, Ryan, they won
Last
by
night?
3 points. They won by 2 runs.
They won by 2 runs, but you watch those final few innings. There
We
was
had
nothing.
there was guys on base in the first game where we had a bases loaded.
In the 9th inning.
And then sure, but
All you
like,
had to do was get hit by a
one better
ball.
bat,
We'd be at a
one
different
better
spot.
bat.
One better bat maybe
You
shows
get
up
hit
or
by a
maybe
ball,
doesn't.
and then your next guy who is.
But that's the point, is that if it's even that close, then they shouldn't even need that many more big bats. They should just be performing way better than they actually are. Like,
But
I'm
none
more
of the other
upset-
games have been that close.
I'm not saying that they're not underperforming. They're clearly underperforming from what they did the entire season. That's not a doubt. But like what Jim said, if you brought a guy in like Kyle Schwarber who's been there and done it and won it,
yes,
he might be able to like calm these kids down and be like, hey,
The veteran
guys,
presence.
The
Or
veteran
Corey-
presence. Who knows what that's worth?
Because, I mean, Yelich has been there, but Vaughn has not. He's played in games. He has not played in
Contreras
the
has
playoffs.
been there. Contreras has won a World Series.
True. But up until a day,
I'm just saying, don't take blame off the guys who are currently on the team. Like, they need to have the
But the
blame
whole,
as
the
well.
whole point is that like the more good players you have with experience,
I
the less
fully
you're
agree.
relying on just two guys.
I'm fully agreeing. I'm just saying the current lineup, the guys who should be performing at that level, who are those types of players, also need to be held accountable for not performing even to a modicum of the level they should.
100%, I'm with you that the team is underperforming drastically the entire postseason. It feels like.
Yeah.
Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. They are Madison's family-owned. They are Madison's locally owned. They are Madison's custom jewelers. So go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton if you're looking for a custom engagement ring or custom jewelry. A little bit of news that'll continue to bum you out about the Wisconsin Badgers. Hunter Simmons getting another start.
Again, is Danny O'Neill dead?
I'd prefer Hunter. I mean, who cares?
Is that even his name? I just got.
Why do you prefer?
For a
he
second,
was
I was like,
8
oh my
of
God.
25.
Do you guys forget?
Hunter Vaughn can go
82
8 of
yards.
25.
Do you forget the Maryland game? Where he's just chucking interceptions up to a Maryland defense that is probably going to get cooked this weekend?
Do you think
Wait, I
there's
can't remember. Was that Danny
anything-
O'Neill or was that
That
Hunter?
was Danny O'Neill.
Okay.
Didn't Hunter
Was
throw
there-
2 interceptions?
What about Billy
Look, what he did
Edwards?
against Iowa was
Are
just
they-
as bad. Don't get me
Ryan,
wrong.
are
I'm
they
saying
saving-
you're choosing between bad and crap.
Our actual
At least it's young
starter,
crap.
Our actual starter went out and said, "I want to play this game." So, how many reps do you think Danny O'Neill got with the starting offense before the Maryland
We were
game?
told that he was getting all the starting reps.
And then dude comes in on Saturday and is like, "I want to play, coach." And
Matt,
he's like,
do you
"Okay."
think Danny O'Neill would make a significant difference against Ohio State this Saturday?
No, nothing's.
Billy Edwards wouldn't.
Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco wouldn't make a difference for the Badgers
But Joe
against Ohio
Flacco might.
State.
They
Joe
can't throw
Flacco
and
might.
catch.
Yeah, I mean, he did have that one scramble, which was pretty impressive. But
Honestly,
no, nothing's gonna help the Badgers.
Actually, this isn't
win
even a
this
hot
one.
take. I'll say you could drop Joe Flacco. He could just walk into campus Saturday morning and outperform any of the Badger quarterbacks. But that's not really saying much.
No, that's
Without knowing
not.
the offense or anything, he still would go out there and
100%.
be better.
Again, Ohio State's third string could easily beat this Wisconsin first string.
Yeah, how deep could you go there? Third, second
No,
string?
I think
Third for
all
sure.
of their high school commits that they got coming in next
Yep.
year could come in
Yep.
and beat the Badgers.
All right, this is Jim, Matt, Molly, Jason Wilde coming up next.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right. You want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie, and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, it's Isaac Miller, junior defensive end in high school. 14 Division I offers. Yep, 1-4. Wisconsin, Michigan, Florida, Miami, you name it. Everyone's asking, where's Isaac going? Well, I'll tell you this. It's going to be big, it's going to be loud, and it's going to be legendary. But first, I'm hitting the weight room in my Iron Jock gear. Because no matter what logo I wear next, Iron Jock is how I get there. Stay tuned and go to ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
The savings are scary good at Metro Kia of Madison this month. Get behind the wheel of a 2026 Kia Sportage for just 1.9% APR for 48 months. Only $21.47 per month per $1,000 financed. Or go electric in the 2025 Kia EV6 with a shocking 0% APR for 72 months. Just $38.89 per thousand financed. But hurry, these frightfully good offers disappear after November 3rd. Visit MetroKiaofMadison.com today.
From the baseball playoffs to regular season football, Prize Picks is the best way to win cash watching our favorite teams. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Well, make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks now offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Join millions of users. Sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today and use that code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Jason, quick
You
question.
are one of one.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Thank you for helping me prove my point, Molly. Because my point. Well, is this Matt Hamilton?
Molly said it best. I said fart in the bathtub. She said gross.
Do you have a question for Jason, or how is he supposed to respond to this?
He asked the questions to me. No bats.
By hanging up.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly. Brought to you by Colette Vacations. Join Jason next year on a British adventure. Text travel to the ESPN Madison Carbless Talk and Text line for full details.
That is Jason Wilde's theme music. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. Primetime Lower Shine behind the glass, and we are thrilled to be joined by Jason Wilde. Jason Wilde. Jason, how are you doing today? We'll see how he's doing.
Jason Wilsey, how are you doing?
I am doing great. I just want to, again, thank your outstanding producer, who I've always held in extremely high regard, for letting us know this morning, as Tausch, as only Tausch can, brought up what names have, like, nicknames automatically attached. It started with Jake the Snake was what prompted this thought for him. And Rye Guy, Ryan Wollersheim, offered that up of his own volition, and now he's made the mistake of telling me that he hates it, which you know what's going to happen now. Rye Guy. Come on, Rye Guy.
Thanks, Jace. I appreciate that. Wild.
I unfortunately, so Nola was...
None of that
Jace
bothers
Wilsey.
me. Keep working on it.
Jace Wilsey.
Yeah. Noldo's home sick, so I didn't hear this segment today. I'm guessing Soup Campbell had to be high, right? Campbell, like the nickname Soup?
No, but it's not like that. It's like Slick Rick.
Okay, but Soup is like anyone with the last name Campbell has a nickname.
No,
Soup.
but I think we're just talking
You're
first
right.
names, right,
Okay.
Jason?
But Jake the Snake, Frank the Tank.
Okay.
Messy
Dan the
Jesse.
Man.
I thought Jesse was Pillsbury Doughboy. Not all Jessies are that.
We were okay. So Jesse actually brought this to the office to poll us to see if we could figure out any more. So we were brainstorming some more as well, Jason. But yes, Messy Jesse did come up.
I've never heard.
Did you come up with any others?
Jesse's messy.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I've never heard that. Yeah.
I haven't either, but like
Matt, did you have one? Jimbo would be Jimbo or Jimmy, but those aren't. But that's what
I was gonna
adults
say,
would
you're
call me.
missing the point here.
I know I'm not missing the point.
No.
I'm just trying to.
Unfortunately,
Slim Jim?
when people,
Oh, Slim Jim, you're right. Yeah.
when people want to be mean, the opposite.
Maldol?
Fat Matt.
Fat Matt.
Matt, that is mean.
It is mean.
Savage. I get Maldol. I don't know if that counts though, because my name isn't Mal.
It's
No,
basic.
that doesn't count either.
Okay, rude.
Whose name is
That was
Maul
quick.
though?
I don't know. Somebody named Mal.
That's not a name.
The wife in Inception. That's the only thing I could think of.
How do you know that?
Oh,
Good
yeah.
one, Rye Guy.
Yeah. Sick poor Rye guy.
Good job, right guy.
Is there
My
anything
guy,
with the
my
name
guy.
Richard?
What's that?
Is there anything with the name Richard?
Oh, one or two things, I'd say.
Yeah, but does anything go with it?
Well, let's leave it there.
Are you insinuating that that's what I'm being? Is that what?
No, not at all. We just played when we did a YouTube only a couple weeks ago. We did
Good Taushan.
a famous Richards game because we could say that
We
word
said you could say
often.
Dick. Famous Dicks was the game.
Okay, well,
Dick
I didn't want to
Lannikrudel.
be the one to say it, so we
There's
were
an
thinking of famous dicks
there's
on
an-
the radio.
There's an obvious one for Richard. It's Slick Rick.
Yeah.
True, but who calls Richard
Jim's
Rick?
writing things down on a paper
I don't
so he
wanna
can
say it on
slide
here.
it across the table to Molly right now, in case anyone's wondering.
Richard and Virginia would go together.
Oh my goodness.
Jason, are you still
Oh
there?
my God.
I know.
He says he doesn't want to say it, so he shows me a note
Well,
across
then
the
Ryan
desk. and then he
has to
wants-
call it out. I'm trying to know because I'm not going to say it on the air. But
It's
now I have to
hear
say it
it
on the air.
sliding across.
Yeah.
on the radio.
Come on, Rye guy. You're
This is
selling
all my-
Jim out.
This is all my fault for
It is for Rye Guy.
for this.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Yeah. You got to go?
I gotta go. Can I call you guys right back?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right, thanks.
We scared Jason off there. Actually, you know what? Let's give away a case of High Life. And we'll come back. Can we do that?
I mean, I have no clue when Jason Wilde's coming back. So
Well, then as soon as we can come back a little bit early, I can give away High Life right now.
we can give away some High Life right now, and if he joins us still during the segment, we
Pivot!
can very well do that.
All right. Give me a number.
Well, number 5.
Number 5, 844-770-3776. Caller number 5 was a case of High Life.
Because we're going to go 5 games with the
He
Brewers.
said it so confidently, and I'm like, is it game 5? No, it's game 4.
Yeah.
He just said, give me that was the first one that came to my mind. 5.
Caller number
Mine
5, 844-770-3776. That's Carbs Talking text line. List is more. Caller number 5 wins a case of High Life. All right. Are we waiting for Jason? We want to break.
Well, he said he's going to call right back, so I don't know if I want to take us to break right away. Why don't we go ahead and go to break? All right,
Yeah,
let's do
that's
it.
a good idea.
This is great. Good stuff.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 SPN Madison.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Strong words from Coach.
I mean, it's too damn late now.
Barry Alvarez sounding off as Wisconsin still searches for its identity under Luke Fickell. Coach recalling the steps he took to make the changes necessary to become a Big Ten powerhouse. More from the Barry Alvarez Show.
That has to happen in the off season, in preseason. That's how you establish identity. Our identity was we're going to be physical because they were physical every day, and then we'd review it after practice in the evening. You weren't going to play, or you weren't going to come close to the field.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
When it's game day in Madison, you know what that means. Pizza Hut time. Unlimited large one-topping pizzas, just $7.99 each. Or your team at home can load them up with 3 toppings for $9.99. Perfect for kickoffs, watch parties, or that fourth quarter comeback from your living room. Fuel your crew, fill the table, and keep the good times rolling all game long with Pizza Hut. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the app. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
It's the best time of the year, and you know what that means for me. It's tailgating season. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. For my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. If you're in Madison tailgating before a game, there's only one thing to do to elevate your experience, and that's bring it with Door County Distillery. Whether that's the cherry brandy for your old-fashioned, the single malt whiskey, or any of the gins, vodkas, and in-betweens, Door County Distillery has you covered. Find the retailer nearest you at doorcountydistillery.com.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Game day starts on Regent Street. Fuel up before every Wisconsin football home game at the Monster Energy tent. Grab free samples, snag some Monster gear, and get your energy up before kickoff. The best football pregame start with Monster Energy.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 SPN Madison.
Congratulations to Travis in Cambridge for winning the High Life. We give away a case of High Life every single week here on the show. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carbon's Talk text line. List is more. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton with you. Primetime Morishon behind the glass. We'll hopefully be joined by Jason Wilde again. He had to hop off abruptly, so hopefully everything is all right. But let me tell you about Carbon World Health. You can get great workouts there, obviously, but then you can ask about semaglutide. Molly, you're going there on Friday for a facial.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting my hydrofacial done next week, Friday. I'm excited.
You can get testosterone treatments there. You can get semaglutide there. Obviously, cryotherapy and red light therapy as well. All at Carbon World Health. All right. So before we get, hopefully back to Jason Wilde at some point, let's revisit our Siding Unlimited poll question, which basically we're asking you, are you in your feels about the Brewers payroll or not? And the majority are in your feels about the Brewers payroll. Who do you blame for the Brewers' lackluster performance in the NLCS? The Brewers payroll or the Dodgers payroll? 70% of you say the Dodgers payroll. Eric chimes in, I guess Dodgers, but it still doesn't explain why the Brewers have been uncompetitive. Abner Uribe's crop top, our pitching is to blame.
Crop top? What does that mean? Is that a baseball term?
No, it's not a baseball term.
What is Uribe's crop top have to do with it?
I think it's because I could be wrong. I don't know specifically with Uribe, but there's a lot of football players that are wearing this thing that kind of looks like a bra. It's like a crop top thing, but it's mainly has.
That's like what soccer players and like a lot of athletes are wearing to make sure that you're all good and seeing what your heart's at. And all that stuff, right?
There's a monitor thing, but maybe Uribe's wearing one. That's why he's Abner Uribe's crop top.
I think that's a misspelling because I don't think that makes sense.
What else would it be?
Why would they be talking about the thing underneath his jersey? Do you even see it? He's a pitcher. You don't see anything.
Might be hindered how he throws the ball.
I think if he was hindered, he would know, and he would no longer wear it. No?
I mean,
I'm thinking maybe when they beat the Cubs, he took his shirt off and he was wearing the crop top.
I'm gonna Google it.
This is their person's like name on Twitter, Molly.
Oh.
Abner Uribe's.
What did you think I was talking about?
I
They
thought
were
you
blaming
saying
that
yes.
for why the
Because you
Brewers
read
were
it.
doing that.
Abner Uribe's crop top is to blame. That's what he said.
Yeah, it's Abner Uribe's crop top. Our pitching is to blame. Gosh, I hate it when your clothes are too constricting and you can't perform at a high level.
That's what I thought he was saying. That's why I was
totally
so confused.
understand. That's why I was trying to figure out, is that what you believe, Molly?
I'm Googling it.
Good job, Matt Hamilton, because wow. Jason, you're back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to grab one of the girls' coaches briefly, and that was the only time I was going to see him. So I apologize for that. I'm happy to stay longer, although it sounds like when I abruptly left, things went a little bit off the rails about constricting clothing and all kinds of stuff you guys got.
Well, I read a tweet from someone on Twitter who is Abner Uribe's crop top, who said our pitching is to blame. But Molly misheard me and thought that this person was blaming Abner Uribe's crop top for poor pitching. But it took us a minute to get there, so Matt and I were very confused about why Molly was pushing back so hard on this. I'm like, it's just the guy's Twitter name. It's like, who's on first all of a sudden? Who's crop top?
So since we've been giving Rye Guy a hard time, I will volunteer some information about one of my idiosyncrasies based on the issue of constricting clothing. So when we very rarely do the Wildes have something formal. In fact, I wore like golf pants to the game on Sunday, and multiple people were teasing me because I wore a button-down shirt and golf dress pants, that I was all dressed up for a game because it's so rare. I wear hoodies, quarter zips, and shorts, right?
Yep.
But when we have some sort of event where, like a wedding, Paula, and it drives Paula nuts, and God bless her for still loving me and being married to me, but I refuse to drive in formal clothing. So, like, if we have a wedding in Milwaukee, we will drive down and I will wear shorts and a T-shirt or shorts and a hoodie, and then once we get to the destination, then everybody's got to wait for Dad because I got to change clothes to be ready for the wedding. Is that weird?
No.
I really like that.
I would do the same thing.
Yeah,
you
I don't know if I've done it.
your pants.
Yeah.
You sit on funny for too long. Yeah, that actually makes sense.
I've done that with dress shirts.
I mean, I always take the jacket off if I'm driving, like, even if it's like 20 minutes. Like, I'm not going to drive in the jacket.
Yeah.
I never wear a winter jacket. I could literally.
No, he meant like a
sport coat. Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean like, okay. I was going to say a winter jacket. Never wear it when it's cold.
You just throw it in the car?
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
take
get
it off as
to
soon
your
as I get in the
car
car.
door and-
Yes, because I hate feeling constricted. Like, I can't move as good.
What kind of driving you doing there?
Got to be a defensive driver. I would change into leggings. I actually might start doing this. I would change into leggings every single day instead of wearing jeans on my way home. I wear jeans a lot. And I would, like, even today, my jeans are too tight.
Everyone wears
Too
leggings.
tight.
Why don't you just wear leggings here? I feel like everyone in this office.
Well, I do, but then I feel a little bit scrubby, and then I feel judged, and then it's a
fair.
rabbit
Matt
hole of my
and I do
emotions.
have a text chain titled Molly's Leggings. So.
Yeah. Scrubby leggings.
We're only going to judge you if you wear Uribe's. We're only going to judge you if you wear Uribe's crop top. Then we'll judge you for sure.
That's where I wonder, how the hell did you get Abner Uribe's crop top?
Yeah, would you like to know?
And is it autographed?
Yeah.
I will get it framed for the office if I ever can snatch it.
All right.
Hey, actually, I got a fun fact for Wilde.
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear this.
21 years ago today.
This is the greatest radio segment ever.
21 years ago today, Jason.
It's gonna be
a team came back down 3 in a championship series and went on to win the World Series. Do you believe it could be replicated by our Brewers?
Can you give the team?
I don't.
It was the Boston Red Sox over the Yankees. In 04.
He doesn't know the team. Don't ask.
Did you mention this? Did you mention this to Tausch when he was on with you guys? Because he brought that up today, and he even did a Matt Hamilton imitation.
I did not mention it to Tausch. He just knew that that's something I would pull. I was just waiting for a good time to use it.
It's not. Isn't there a documentary on Netflix about it right now?
I think you're right. Yeah.
About that team? Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. I said I was more likely to watch that than to watch Game 4, just because I feel like I'm kind of resigned to this not happening. So, no, I do not expect them to rally from a 3-0 deficit to win the series.
But you got to think it's fun because it was October 17th.
But, Matt, that's not – they won't clinch it today.
Well, wait.
That was the start of their run.
First game?
That was Game 4 for the Red Sox.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason.
Still not happening.
Can I just, Matt, and I've done this all the time because you love to bring these things up. You're literally doing the exception that proves the rule.
Yeah.
Every time. That's Matt's whole argument on everything. Let me give you the exception that proves that you're right.
That's why you got to believe. If it's never happened before, I don't blame anyone for being like, there's no hope. But, like, there clearly is hope. There clearly is hope. It's happened.
There's hope until the bottom of the ninth.
Can I ask one follow-up there because this is a little bugaboo. What was the payroll for the Red Sox and the Yankees?
It was probably a lot closer than the Brewers and the Dodgers. I don't have any idea, but I am confident in saying that.
Jason, I'll tie this to the Packers. How much of this lack of interest in the Packers has to do with it's the Bengals and the Cardinals, and we all just assume they need to beat the snot of them? And how much of this is that people are just way into the Brewers right now, and they'll get back to the Packers when the Packers start playing games against teams that are supposedly equals or better than them?
Yeah, I'm obviously not a great judge of that, but based on the YouTube comments and some of the emails and tweets that I get, we've talked about this before. Like, we all kind of view ourselves as shows, as different restaurants, and our specialty. Like, if you go to a pizza place, I don't know if you really want sushi, right? And you're going to the pizza place for pizza, and we're not really, there are times where we're not serving pizza. Now, that's fine for a lot of people, right? They'll find something else on the menu, and they're fine with it. I personally, even though I grew up a really die-hard Brewers fan, I don't know the team nearly as well as Dom Catronio or Bill Schroeder or Jeff Levering. So we have those guys on to kind of deliver that expertise, just like I would hope that people would respect my knowledge level about the Packers and say, hey, this guy might make us smarter by having him on, right? And that's why you guys are nice enough, and Rye Guy are nice enough to have me on. And so I think we've been out of our lane on our show, and there's definitely been a lot of feedback of, hey, when are you guys going to talk Packers? So I think true Packers fans, it's like a little distraction of, oh, interesting, the Brewers are doing well. Oh, I'm going to watch that. Now, I'd be curious how hardcore of a Packers fan would you have had to have been last night to not tune into the Steelers game, knowing that the team your team just played is playing against the team you play next week, and Aaron Rodgers is on it, right? Like, if you are given that choice, are you picking the Brewers? Probably, I would think more often than not you would, but I have seen there's been folks that obviously are like, hey, we want our Packers. That's our team. That's why we go to you guys, and you're spending a lot of time talking about the Brewers. So not that I'm rooting against them tonight, but those messages will cease once the series ends.
I mean, I'm exactly the fan that you just described. Like, I'm more... I mean, now it's kind of fading now that it's Game 4, and I don't really feel like there's a chance like Matt does. But I was a lot more invested in the Brewers than I have been in this entire season. I'll say that easily. And also, I've been more invested in that because I'm just like, the Packers aren't that interesting right now. But I am genuinely concerned as the Packers head into Arizona. I'm very nervous about them going against Jacoby Brissett. I feel like he has had random success at different teams that he's played with, and I am not feeling great about it. Do you have anything to make me feel otherwise, Jason?
No, I kind of want you to be nervous. I like that. Because, look, let's be honest, there's been, and not just you specifically, but Packers fans in general, there's been a little bit of a kind of a overconfidence, right? I mean, you know, and us kind of quibbling even with the performance against the Bengals. Like, I don't know, watching them last night feels to me like you should be happy that you got them when Joe Flacco was playing his first game with the team.
True.
And not in the second. And so, you know, look, I think to your point about the Cardinals, I mean, they are kind of a mess, right? I mean, they lost Connor, their stud running back for the season. They don't know who's going to start at quarterback. I think they know. I think it's Brissett. Their head coach lost his crap at that running back who fumbled at the goal line, showboating. There's obviously dysfunction there, and that, you know, there's a few people on this panel that are familiar with having your favorite team be dysfunctional. And now the Bears are coming out of it appears, right? And so, you know, I think it's easy to look at this game and go, well, okay, this is a win. It doesn't work that way. Now, what I would say, I don't want to say to comfort you, Molly, but to say, I think if they are the team that they think they are, they win this game. And they haven't won a game on the road. I was talking to Elton Jenkins today, and I'm like, has this been an emphasis? Because I've heard a lot of guys talk about this week about how, well, we haven't won on the road. And I wanted to say, yeah, you've played 2 games. Like, if you want to check in with me late in the season and you're 0-5-1 on the road, then there's an issue. But you're 0-1-1, and you kicked away the Browns game, right? And so, but it's been an emphasis with Matt LaFleur this week. So clearly, the messaging has been, hey, we got to win on the road. We got to show that this group, as it's constructed, can win a road game. And so I do think that there's been an emphasis and there's an expectation for that.
Yeah, I was asking Molly earlier, and she's got super low confidence in the Packers right now, even after getting the win over the Bengals. Obviously, second half defense was a bit of a letdown. Have you heard, is there any other, I guess part of it for me is seeing Micah Parsons obviously getting doubled and tripled every play seems to be a bit of an issue when offenses are realizing they can just get the ball out quickly against the Packers. Has Hafley said anything about how this defense is going to run this week, or any sort of like, I've made a change, I've seen something in the tape, or is it business as usual?
So, we talked to Hafley yesterday, and I would say that there are 4 core I don't even call them issues, but wrinkles/issues about the defense. One is Parsons is, the whole thing about him getting held. I mean, that's real. That is happening. But it also happened when he was a member of the Cowboys. So it's not like something that has cropped up where, oh my God, they're not throwing flags when this guy's getting held. That's been part and parcel with his career. And the comp that I like, I can't remember who I heard say it first, or I'd give them credit, but it's like Giannis. Like, he gets fouled every time he gets the ball, but they don't call a foul every single time. But it would be nice if they would call one once in a while, right? And that's, I think, Micah Parsons' point. So that's one. Hafley walked in and said he was not – I mean, he said it jokingly, but he did a great job of diffusing it. He basically said, look, I'm not talking about holding. You guys, you can ask. I'm not going to answer it. And then he said, but I'll talk about the fourth quarter, maybe. And he talked at length about the fourth quarter and how different each of the 5 games have been. But they have been crummy in the fourth quarter. They've given up 102 total points on the season, and 63 have been in the fourth quarter and overtime. That is a lopsided situation. So they know that. They've talked about, are our guys not in good enough physical, cardiovascular condition, that they're running out of gas? Do we need to rotate guys more? So they're aware of that. That's 2. 3 is what you just said, Matt. The opposing quarterbacks have figured out, even with Micah Parsons, if we get the ball out quickly, we're going to be fine. Now, that did not work on the sack that Lucas Van Ness got hurt on. Like, he beat that left tackle, Orlando Brown, so badly that, Flacco just had not even gotten to the top of his drop, and he was already getting hit. But that has been an issue as well. They are struggling because teams have said, look, we're going to get the ball out. And Hafley's point with that was, hey, if you want to play that way, instead of having big plays go against us, you want to try and nickel and dime your way down the field in 10 plays. There's going to be times when you do that, but we'd much rather you have to do that than give up a big play. So that's the third issue. And then, to me, the fourth issue is the one we've talked about for weeks, and that is they can't get a flipping turnover. They install the lights and siren in the meeting room, and they've got 2 in 5 games and none in the last 3 games. Like, after it already had been targeted as an issue, it hasn't gotten any better. So those are the things that Hafley is trying to get going. Again, I would argue that they're winning in spite of it, but the hope would be that they get it figured out in time for them to make their stretch run in November, December, and January. And I think they will. I do not think this is catastrophic. I think they'll be fine in the long run, but they would love for that long run to start on Sunday.
Okay. Jason, fantastic stuff. We really appreciate you carving out time for us today.
Well, thanks for letting me leave and come back, everybody. And Rye Guy, I will stop doing that within a week or 2, maybe 6-7 days.
6-7.
Sydney's in the back seat going, oh no. 6-7. All right, guys, take care. Be good.
All right, that is Jason Wilde. We will get to Dunzo, the terrible segment from Jesse Nelson, next.
Ooh! Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Hey Madison, it's Rich Eisen. Join me for the Rich Eisen Show, weekdays noon to 2, right here on 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports and Update brought to you by Madison Axe. Enjoy axe throwing, craft beers, bags, shuffleboards, and more fun at Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Visit MadisonAxe.com or head to the location on Stoughton Road today. Milwaukee Brewers, LA Dodgers, NLCS Game 4 tonight. Brewers backs all the way up against the wall as they are now down 0-3 in the series after losing 3-1 last night. Only 41 other teams have fallen behind 3-0 in any best-of-7 postseason series. 40 of those teams have gone on to lose, including 31 who were swept in said series. Brewers definitely hoping to avoid becoming team number 32 tonight. First pitch is scheduled for 7:38 p.m., so pregame starts at 7 right here on 1.5 ESPN. Per ESPN MLB.com's Adam McCalby earlier today, we know that Jose Quintana will start for the Brewers. He'll be facing off against the Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani, taking the bump at 7:38. Also, get ready with extra pregame coverage, a special hour-long edition of Brewers Warm-Up, airing right here at 100.5 ESPN starting at 6 p.m. after Jim, Matt, and Molly. And then also Badgers volleyball tonight. They host the number 23 UCLA Bruins at the Fieldhouse, 7 p.m. First serve, ESPN Wisconsin App.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Kicks the leg and deals. Struck and not swinging with that splitter. The Dodgers take game 3, and they have a 3-0 lead in the championship series against the Brewers.
Have you ever seen Harry Potter? Remember the Dementors that would just suck the soul out of you? That's what the Dodgers were to every Brewers fan. Just slowly sucking it out of your body. By the end of it, I just felt empty. Just had nothing left. Just felt devoid of emotion.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Hour number 2, 18 minutes late here on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. The Mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio. Primetime will shine behind the glass. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's the Cardinals Talking text line. This is more. I will be driving. I think I'm going kayaking on Sunday, and I will throw some kayaks in the back of my big blue truck from Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. You can get yourself a big blue, big black, big white, big brown, whatever color truck that you want. You can get a Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience. All right, let's throw some stones.
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
That was cooler than being cool. Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out.
I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man.
I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
All right, Ryan, we got a special edition of Throwing Stones. We usually do pole dancing, but this was so bad.
So bad because it was so good, Jim. Now,
what's going on with Molly over here?
Are you familiar with one Dunzo
I'm
the
exhausted.
Clown?
Any
of you guys?
I've heard. I don't think I've actually heard Dunzo the Clown, but I've heard that that's Jesse's best friend.
Oh, best friend, it's his only friend, Jim. What are we talking about here?
He scared the bleep out of me with it today.
I did see that. I wish I had gotten a video of that happening because that was hilarious.
He's lucky I didn't punch him.
So for anyone
Anytime you get a chance to punch Jesse, he's
Like, seriously, it would have been a perfect opportunity.
Not
It would have been his
familiar,
fault.
Jesse Nelson likes to bring out Dunzo the Clown when he only brings it up for the Brewers, which is funny because he's like the biggest Brewers fan at ESPN Madison, but he always wants to say that they're Dunzo, as in like he brought in Dunzo the Clown like in May to say that the season was over because they weren't going to get to the postseason. Back when he was calling for Pat Murphy's job, all that kind of thing.
Yep.
So he likes to bring it out on Wilde and Tausch whenever he feels like the season has ended. So why don't I go ahead and give you guys a little sample, a little taste of what Dunzo the Clown was like this morning.
Hello, everybody! Uh-oh! It's Dunzo! Dunzo the Clown, and I've got more jokes than the Brewers have hits with runners in scoring position.
He sounds like Lane Grindle.
What? That is offensive, Molly.
Did you guys watch Modern Family?
Bye, baseball.
Jim?
Did you guys watch Modern Family?
Dabbled.
Well, because one of the characters, the dad, like he was a clown. It was like the most embarrassing part of their family was that he did clown work on the side. Like a clown is obviously like the lowest form of human existence. And
Of comedy. Let's say comedy. Maybe not human existence.
Okay, fine.
That was
comedy.
aggressive.
I don't know.
I don't think of things like that.
No.
No, I do. My nana was afraid of clowns, so I'm not the clown.
Judgmental Jim.
They're also weird. Every time I see a clown,
They're creepy.
I feel
I don't
bad.
like clowns.
Whenever
They're
I see a
gross.
clown, I feel bad for them. Especially Jesse Nelson. Like if I see a person dressed up as a clown, I'm like, oh. What
So
happened?
if you meet somebody and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My husband's a clown."
I automatically think your husband is a serial killer.
I just wonder what went wrong in their life. Because you can entertain. Nobody likes clowns. You can entertain people by
Do you want
doing
me to go
something
get
that's not
Dunzo
a
the clown? I'll bring it in the
No.
control room just so you guys don't have to be
No.
near him. But I can go bring him in.
We
so
can see Jim get scared. I actually feel like Jim might genuinely be scared of this.
No, Soup Campbell though is Lamar Soup Campbell, legitimately
Truly
former
scared of
Badger.
clowns?
Former Badger.
How do you find that out?
He told me. I don't know how he found out, but he told
Jim
me.
dressed up as a clown one day and just started scaring him.
This scared me.
Dressed up like Jesse Nelson.
Yeah, clearly. Well, speaking of Jesse Nelson and Dunzo the Clown, he finished off his Dunzo bit this morning by signing off with a letter from the grave from Bob Uecker, just like Pat Murphy did after the Brewers clinched the NL Central. So we had talked about it at the time when Pat Murphy did it. So, guys, whose rendition of a letter from the grave from Bob Uecker do you think was more cringe, honestly?
Big finale. I have a letter from Bob Uecker. Dear Brewers fans, I'm very proud of our 97-65 regular season record in 2025, the debuts of Jacob Mizorowski and Andrew Vaughn, and defeating the Cubs in 5 games in the NLDS. But just like Joe Flacco finishing his career with the Bengals, and James Franklin losing to UCLA and Northwestern, all things that are great but not quite the absolute best must come to an end. Get up! Get up! Get out of here! Dunzo!
Could have said, "You're gone."
He's like an actor that like you lose the accent.
Yes.
Like, he had Dunzo going and then lost Dunzo in that.
That's what you're going to criticize him for there?
I mean, it's a
Of
lot.
all
What
the
else is
things?
there to
But
criticize?
I will say this.
Could have been a better letter from Uke, if I'm being honest.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I will say this. Nothing tops the insanity of Pat Murphy's letter from the grave.
And the fact that he brought it back like a week ago.
He brought it back.
Well, he referenced it.
He
After,
referenced it.
yes, after
Oh,
the Cubs,
yeah.
after they beat the Cubs, and he's like, "Oh, last time I brought out a story from Uke or whatever it was,
What's
the letter
with-
from Uke, and then I'm gonna bring up the coaches now."
What's with Murphy's obsession with Wrigley Field?
What did he say?
What are you talking
I've
about?
seen a lot of people get upset about it because he brought up again yesterday about how great the crowd was at Wrigley Field and at how that's why it's like hard to play on the road at places like Dodger Stadium.
That's where Brewer managers just aspire to go to.
Apparently,
I mean, maybe just because, honestly, like, maybe because that's the only other postseason site they've played at.
It was just funny.
What if he's trying to
'cause-
give a credit to Craig Counsell?
Well,
What if he's priming Chicago to be his
and
next landing spot?
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm
because,
saying.
and to give Cubs fans some credit, like Wrigley Field is a tough place to play. Like that's legitimately that's a
Well,
good
it
other
also has to
comparison.
do with the structure of it too. Like
Exactly.
you're right on, they're right on top of you, and it's cold and it's loud and there's weather.
And there's not many stadiums in baseball where it's like truly like you feel like it's hard to play there.
Yeah.
Or like the fans
I
actually
feel like
affect
Dodger
it.
Stadium is one of them.
Dodger Stadium does, the Phillies do at their stadium. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a short list.
Yeah, I think it, honestly the newer ones take away that.
Exactly. Yeah, AmFam, you definitely didn't feel it. Though that's also because the fans felt nothing for
Well,
the baseball
true.
team in front of them.
I would say
it's hard to
No,
get excited and make any noise.
But there is something
so
to it,
sad.
and I haven't seen enough to say this was the case, but I did see some people upset about the Brewers fans being quiet. There is
What are
something
they
to be
supposed to do?
Right. But Bill Simmons wrote about this, and I saw with Cubs fans and the Cubs players have talked about it, that when the crowd gets so anxious and quiet, it almost bleeds into the players. That because you can sense the crowd collectively is holding their breath, that the players start to feel it.
Now
the
we're
Reds-
blaming fans.
No, because it's like the Red Sox talked about that with the when they didn't win the World Series. Remember they had that they had the big drought with World Series. Same with Cubs, big drought with World Series. When you got in those moments when it was right there at the precipice of going to the World Series, players would talk about how you could hear a pin drop. And normally you'd be yelling and screaming, but the fans were so nervous and tense that it was like the exact opposite reaction you expect out of your crowd. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened with the Brewers, but I always find that interesting because there seems to be, in some extreme cases, players have acknowledged that it gets so awkward and weird when you have so much on the line for a team that's got a bad history of not going to the World Series or not winning one, that the players can almost feel it. And it's not been like that at Wrigley since. Because now you have it, you don't feel that pressure of like, this is 108 years.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you could feel in game one, it's hard to say they felt that pressure because it's only game one. Yeah. But game two was, it wasn't really the crowd or the players. I mean, the crowd was taken out of it right away because the entire game was done by the bottom half of the first inning. That was the only game, though, where the Brewers actually led for any point in the series.
Jackson Trios.
They led for half an inning.
Can I share this? Yep. You talked about the comeback from the Red Sox to the... Yeah. I didn't see the Red Sox on this list, so this doesn't bode well for the Brewers. Lowest batting averages, any span of 6 postseason games in MLB history. Just any 6 games together. The Milwaukee Brewers, number 1, hitting 140.
That's the Brewers' 18 hits since Game 4 of the NLDS are the fewest over any 5-game stretch in franchise history.
Wild.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, Brewers.
Good, yeah.
See, and that's the problem. We're not playing to the back of our baseball card right now.
No, they are not. They're not playing, not even close. All right, we got Molly's game coming up next. Is Jim, Matt, and Molly?
Don't quote me coming up next.
Oh, don't quote me.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, sorry.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What is going on with the hair right now? Oh, my God.
What's wrong with it?
Flock of Seagulls type haircut here, Ryan.
He looks fully like Johnny Bravo, if you guys know that cartoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think you're as jacked as him?
No.
Oh.
No, Johnny Bravo is all upper body. He skipped leg day, though, and I don't do that.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has 0 sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Your seat at the table just got better. Step into the High Limit Room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. This is true high limit play. Experience enhanced game rules, including blackjack where the dealer stands on soft 17, better odds, faster play, and authentic action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Your next hand could be your best yet. Find your edge, play your rhythm, and raise the stakes in the High Limit Room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like the Village Green, Cahoots Bar, Whatever Bar, and Dot's Tavern.
It's a Badger Small Conference title game in the final week of the regular season tonight on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Join me, Hunter Vaughn, and the Dean Dennis Sumrow as the Edgewood Crusaders try to complete a perfect 9-0 regular season. The Crusaders host the Sauk Prairie Eagles, who are looking for their first conference title since 1981. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:30, kickoff at 7 p.m., exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
From the baseball playoffs to regular season football, Prize Picks is the best way to win cash watching our favorite teams. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Well, make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks now offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Join millions of users. Sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today and use that code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Hey, it's John Audius, play-by-play voice of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball. Join us for the broadcast coming up later today, exclusively on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Love Madison Volleyball.
Madison College gives you over 200 programs to choose from across 11 areas of studies. That includes an associate's degrees, technical diplomas, certificates, oh my God, if I could read, and even apprenticeships. The best part is it's the lowest cost per credit tuition in the region. More than 100 programs are fully eligible for financial aid, including Pell Grants. So whether you're starting fresh or building on your skills, you can do it affordably at Madison College. Start your path at madisoncollege.edu.
She's Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge alongside Matt Hamilton. Primetime Laura Sean behind the glass. This is Jim, Matt, Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. Let's get to Don't Quote Me.
We're not saying it's gonna happen.
Let it ride!
But if it does, then we want credit.
Say that again, because that is an amazing take.
I told you all.
If not, well...
Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said...
Yeah, guys, it's time to make some Don't Quote Me predictions for this weekend's matchup. So, if you guys want, we can go through all 3 games. We can do Brewers, Badgers, and Packers for our Don't Quote Me predictions today. I don't know how interested you guys are in talking about the Brewers game tonight, Game 4. I don't know, making predictions for something like that other than a sweep, unfortunately. But if you guys want, you can make predictions for any of the 3 games this weekend. These are some long shot, Don't Quote Me predictions. If they happen, we get the credit, but if not, doesn't matter because you can't quote us. So, Jim, why don't you start us off? What are your Don't Quote Me predictions for this weekend?
We'll go with Shohei Ohtani strikes out 7 tonight for the Dodgers. Is that okay? You can look at me like a jerk.
I mean, is there more?
No, I'm going to parlay these all together, I guess. Is that okay? And then Dodgers win. 7 strikeouts is a lot, I think.
Well,
the Miz got 6 yesterday.
So
right?
you asked if
9?
your prediction was bold enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's bold enough until you parlay all of it together.
Okay, and the Dodgers win. And then I'll go the Badgers don't score a point against Ohio State. And then the Packers.
Whoa. Just keep going.
The Packers hit the over and cover against Arizona. So they beat the Cardinals by more than 6.5, and the over-under 44.5 is hit.
Okay.
Is that
He's
good?
predicting all 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Molly Brown.
I was just going to do one.
I appreciate that.
Marvin Harrison will have a career game against the Green Bay Packers.
Like career highs in reception jars and TDs,
Yes.
or what? Okay.
Just across the board.
Gosh.
All right.
Which I don't think is very hard.
Do you
I don't
know
know
what-
what his highest numbers are. No, I can find it. But I think that the Packers secondary is trash. He's been having a really hard time this season getting going. I mean, he wasn't very good last year either, until the end either. But, yeah.
In case
That's what's making me feel like the Packers are going to lose.
In case anyone was wondering, Nate Hobbs is currently questionable for the game. So the Packers
Does he make that big of a difference?
So the Packers secondary might be slightly better on Sunday.
Who is replacing him? Valentine?
Be Valentine and Nixon will be the outside corners. Bullard will probably play the nickel.
You feel good on Valentine? All I think of is him grittying against
T. Higgins.
Yeah. No, Jamar Chase.
It was against T. Higgins that he was grittying.
Yep.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because then Jamar Chase
Scored
the
the
next play.
touchdown and Keyshawn Nixon on the other side.
Okay.
Matt Hamilton, what would be your don't quote me predictions for this weekend?
All right, well, Jason said the Packers only have 2 turnovers on the season right now.
Correct.
They are going to double their season total against the Cardinals and win in double digits.
So they're going to have
2 turnovers.
2 turnovers.
Not have any themselves and double digits.
Win by double-digit points.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty bold. So you just think that it's a defensive just like shellacking for the Packers, or do you think the offense shows up too?
I mean, I think the offense is going to do fine, but I think the defense is going to show us week 1 and week 2 defense.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. And the Brewers are going to bring it back to AmFam.
For what it's worth, there you go. What?
Just got to get that one in there at the end.
Yeah, just going to slide that one in at the end. Don't quote me.
Marvin Harrison's best game in the NFL so far is widely considered to be, this is according to ChatGPT, week 2 of the 2024 season, where he put up 4 receptions for 130 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
So it's not that hard to beat, actually, now that I think about it.
Speaking of amazing stat lines.
However, he's going to like double that. How about we say he's going to double his best game that he's had so far?
Well, he's
like...
That's a lot of yards.
Yeah, that's a
But
lot.
if you're saying he's going to double career highs in every category, those might not all be
I don't
from
like
that
that.
one game.
I don't like it. I'm
No.
taking it back.
Okay.
He's just going to get
so
a
he's
career
just
high.
going to double that game.
Because I started to double 130 in my head, and I was like, ooh.
That's a lot of
That's
yards.
a lot of yards.
Okay.
For who knows who his quarterback is going to be.
We will use that game as the barometer. How about
Okay.
that? Okay.
Perfect.
That's what we're set it at.
Perfect.
Matt, what were you
It was
gonna
against
say?
Los Angeles Rams.
Speaking
if you want to do
Okay.
more.
Don't quote me. Someone in Cincinnati, if they said, "Oh, my prediction for tonight is that Jamar Chase has his career high in receptions," you would think he's crazy.
True.
Joe Flacco on 10 days is gonna give him 16 completions. That was wild. That game last night.
Didn't he have like 23 targets or something?
19
stupid?
targets.
And he had-
I believe 19 targets and 16 catches.
He had a drop in there.
Yeah, Joe Flacco was wowed. He was like, "Oh my gosh, hit him in the numbers."
Wow.
And he had, 10 catches against Packers the week before?
It was pretty good. I can't remember what the number was.
Pretty sure it was 10.
It felt like he was the only guy they were throwing to.
True.
All right, guys. Well, we made our Don't Quote Me predictions then. We also got to make our Cover 5 lock predictions this week. This is the Cover 5 app. Everyone looks confused.
I'm ready to go.
I got it.
I'm asking for this.
I'm ready to go.
my Cover 5 app.
I just need somebody else to go before me. Get
Okay.
it together,
You got to
people.
tell us about
Jim
the
Rutledge.
Cover 5 stuff, too, though.
Jim Rutledge, why don't you go ahead and
I
tell
will.
us first? Molly can tell us at the end about the Cover
After.
5.
All right. I will go with the Bears covering over the New Orleans Saints. They're minus 4.5. They're at home.
Currently minus 5.5 on the Cover 5 app. The Bears are.
That's going off ESPN bet.
Well, we're on cover 5, so get it together.
There we are.
I hope the Saints just blow the doors off the Bears. They won 3 in a row, and then they're just going to drop it to the Saints. I'm going to take Minnesota.
Like losing to the Browns.
What?
It'd be like losing to the Browns.
He's trying to do a dig about the Packers.
Yeah, I got it.
Good one.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Minnesota plus 1.5 against the Eagles at home.
Okay.
I like that one. I think
Jesse Nelson over there.
I kind of think that the Vikings are going to win that one, which I don't.
How about
I
that
guess I don't know
fake
if I
injury
want.
for J.J. McCarthy? They're like, your ankle still hurts, buddy. Sit down.
Yeah, they're. I don't know what they are.
The
Again, I
Vikings?
feel so bad for for Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Matt Hamilton.
I mean, the Packer one is what I should take because they say they're going to win by double digits and only 6.5. So I'll do that. I'll take that one. I had an underdog in there that I thought I was going to throw in there, but I predicted, and don't quote me, that the Packers win by double digits. That will definitely cover.
Okay.
Can I give an honorary one that has nothing to do with the Packers, like I know that we want to do?
Sure, that can be our group one.
So Denver's favored minus 6.5 over the Giants. I would totally take the Giants in that one.
Bo Nix
The
stinks.
Giants.
Bo
The
Nix is
Giants are also
terrible.
so wild. Scatterbo? He's wild.
I can't stand that guy. I cannot wait till he
I
goes
loved
away.
watching him at ASU, but
He was fun in college.
Yeah.
He's really fun in college.
for sure.
He's a crazy person off the field, too.
Yeah.
He is.
Those videos of him like slamming his head against the brick wall, and I'm like, bruh, have you
heard
not
this-
heard of CTE?
Have you heard the stories from his teammates where, like, anytime somebody meets him, like, the first thing he does is just, like, headbutt him? Like, three sentences into meeting him, he just goes, "Oh, how you going, buddy?"
Why
Just gives him a
do
little,
that?
gives him a little thump.
Did you see the video of him and Jackson Dart like greeting each other like they're pit bulls?
Yeah, after the game when they beat the Eagles on Thursday Night Football.
So wild.
Okay, so we're going with the Giants to cover plus 6.5. Is that what we're
You
taking
guys
as a
good with
group?
that? I think it's a fun pick.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, and then for mine, I will go to Monday Night Football where the Lions take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lions 5.5-point favorites in that one. I like the Buccaneers.
I do too.
The Buccaneers are a good team, and I feel
They're
like
so good.
I feel like nobody's putting them in like the true like NFC contenders category right now.
Because Baker's, all of his weapons are gone. He's still getting it done. But
Yeah, just wait for them all to come back.
And the Lions defense, like their secondary is so torn up. Like if Baker's doing
and
that,
Branch can't play this week.
Why
Yeah,
can't he play?
that
Oh,
fight.
he got
He
suspended for
got
that fight.
suspended for punching someone in the head.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. I was looking for Chris Orr in that whole like scrum. I was like, where is he?
Oh my gosh!
I didn't see him.
Imagine we just get a cameo from Chris Orr in a melee on I don't know Sunday Night Football. Oh,
Before we go to break, who is Kylan Darnell?
Never heard of
is that a player?
It is. So this is from the SEC Network. So excited to have Kylan Darnell join us in Tuscaloosa as a SEC Nation special guest. So she's supposed to be famous.
Kylan?
Okay. She might be like a TikTok star.
I don't know. I was just curious. Like,
Did you see who's going to be interviewed on College Game Day this Saturday?
No.
Pizza Face, Jelly
Pizza.
Roll. No,
Pizza
No.
Face.
I mean he's not Pizza Face. I was just saying I thought Jelly Roll was there.
He might be
He's
like
named after a piece of.
he might
food.
be like the special guest picker for
Oh,
College
is that
Game
what it
Day,
is?
but
Yeah.
they're doing an exclusive interview with James Franklin, former Penn State
Oh,
head
yeah.
coach.
Oh,
right,
that's
yeah.
cool. Kylan Darnell is an American beauty pageant winner and internet personality. She was crowned Miss Ohio Teen USA in 2022.
Miss Ohio?
Why is she on
Teen.
the SEC Network?
Oh, me, oh, my, oh.
Yeah,
Would you
but-
look at Miss
But then why
Ohio? Do you guys
SEC
know that
Network?
song?
I don't know.
Isn't
What were
I
you
was
saying?
gonna
Wait,
make
hold
a
on.
joke.
No.
Okay. No. I was gonna make a joke and be like, "Isn't Ohio State in the SEC?" But I was like joking. But then I was like, "No, it's not gonna come across as a joke."
Yeah, it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. So good work.
I'm not that dumb, you guys.
Well,
Wisconsin takes on Ohio.
Guys.
There's been a lot of restructuring in
Did
college
she just do
football.
something a minute ago that was dumb?
Yeah, the Abby Reba's crop top.
Yes.
Molly, tell us about Cover 5.
Well, if you're looking to make your locks of the week, join our Cover 5 contest today for your chance to win a Jim, Matt, Molly prize pack. The best cumulative score at the end of the season wins a Jim, Matt, Molly prize pack. And you can download the free Cover 5 app, go to Join Leagues, and enter code JMM25. That's JMM25 on Cover 5 right now, today. This is Jim, Matt, Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Brandon in Tulsa, my calloused heels ended their silk chic era after one night.
Oh, God, that just,
You all right over there?
I hate the feeling of like when your feet or something on your body is like dry and it like scrapes against the sheets. Oh, God, that just,
I'm with you on that.
Presented by Coors Light. on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
'Tis the season to be planning your holiday events. Whether it's a party for 10 or 10,000, Celebrations has the sound, video, lighting, special effects, and custom-themed decor to make it the best party ever. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With us on your team, your Halloween, holiday, or New Year's party will be easy to plan and super fun to attend. DJs, casino games, lighting, and photo booths are just the beginning at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
I was really anxious about college and felt overwhelmed at choosing one, but I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. One tour of Madison College campus was all it took. The campus environment is amazing, so welcoming and friendly, and everyone is really supportive. My advice? See this campus for yourself. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
At Hard Rock Casino Rockford, the unforgettable experience goes far beyond the casino floor with the luxury of their dining and entertainment. Savor prime cuts and fresh seafood at Council Oaks Steak and Seafood, or explore 7 unique dining venues that deliver flavors from around the world. Then let the night ignite at Hard Rock Live, where the world's greatest acts take the stage. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Serious truck crash? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks.
straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Game day starts on Regent Street. Fuel up before every Wisconsin football home game at the Monster Energy tent. Grab free samples, snag some Monster gear, and get your energy up before kickoff. The best football pregame start with Monster Energy.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
They dance above me as I sing. I see them through a crystal haze and hear their sweet sound bouncing round the never-ending choral maze.
Phish Friday, wrapping up here on Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. I'm alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. Matt, you're gone all next week?
Yeah.
All right. Primetime Lois shine behind the glass. Now the show can begin when Matt's gone. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Crashing the party, Matt Hamilton. No, we'll miss you, Matt.
Don't say that.
I just said
He
we'll miss
already
you, Matt.
feels like dog kicked to the side.
Yeah.
Well, wait, no. Insults are male form of endearment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Jim.
We hate you, Matt.
Thanks, Molly. I hate you too.
Just kidding. What are you doing this week? This
Curling.
next week?
It is a event between like some of the Asian teams and Canada and the United States. There's like a Euro tournament that we're not invited to, so we started our own tournament. And the top 4 teams qualify for the World Championships. The bottom 2 teams get relegated to like the B League, and the top teams from the B League get moved up for next year. So
you got to win, right?
Unfortunately, no. Since the United States is hosting the World Championships this year, there's no way the host country always gets a team. So like, we're just kind of there for some practice. It's good international practice before the Olympic trials and hopefully the Olympics this February. So that's really the main reason we were gung-ho to try and get into it.
Fantastic. All right, let's get to Molly's game.
Hi. I am looking for Molly. I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly.
This is Molly's Game, hosted by America's favorite bookie, Molly Brown.
All right, guys. So we have a couple of NFL ones today, but I also have, we're going to start it off with, a college football one. That's kind of fun. First up, Nebraska. They're favored -7.5 against Minnesota. Who are you taking in that one? Jim? And also, can we talk about the coach or no?
What about the coach?
Matt Rule?
What
Going to
about
Penn State?
Is that an upgrade? We could do this with the whole thing with Penn State of James. It was dumb to fire James Franklin.
I thought so too.
I think it's a massive mistake. They fired him thinking they're going to get someone better. If they're not going to, like, is Matt Rule better than James Franklin?
No. He has more Penn State connections, though. He started his career there. He started coaching at Temple.
You had to fire.
I think it was more so just like it had run its course with James Franklin, where they were never going to go anywhere with him, and then it was
They
just
won
like
the college football playoff last year.
I know, that's what's
I know,
crazy.
but
way too far.
It was almost like it was
premature.
It was a little bit like Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy. Like everyone was just kind of sick of each other. They just had to split They had to split ways.
Okay, alrighty. I will go with Nebraska.
Alrighty.
What's their quarterback's name? Raiola? Didn't he get injured last week?
You mean baby Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
Did he get injured? I haven't watched Nebraska at all this year.
Matt, you're the one who brought it up. I'd expect you to do the research.
Honestly, I hate Minnesota, so I'm going to go Nebraska too.
Just starts throwing out. Did he get injured? I don't know.
I know. I feel like he got injured.
Yeah, he
last
did.
Week.
He has had 2 recent injuries: a knee injury on October 11th, which was last week against Maryland, where he was hit while limping and received a late hit, and a back injury back in November.
That's what I saw was crazy. Like he got up and was like limping towards the sideline, and there might have been a turnover, and some lineman came out of nowhere and just leveled him.
Dang.
I think you got flagged for it, obviously. So
basically, what Aaron Rodgers.
I'm still gonna go Nebraska.
Another side note.
Minnesota.
So weird that he's obsessed with Patrick Mahomes.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Like, if you're Pat, like, you got extra security at your house because of that guy.
If Dylan was 8, it's adorable.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, like, 20 or
25.
It's getting weird.
Ryan, Nebraska, Minnesota.
And you said we're just picking a winner, or are we picking the spread?
The spread.
And the spread is
7.5.
Nebraska's favorite.
Yeah, I'll take Nebraska. Minnesota does not appear to be that good this season. Not like we as Badgers fans can say anything about it, but I feel like Nebraska's team as a whole is still pretty good, even if Rayola's a little dinged up.
Isn't there stud like a running back?
Yeah.
Minnesota have a stud running back?
I believe it's Ernest Johnson, who's really good for them.
Yeah. Ernie Johnson. It's kind of weird. Next one here, guys.
Yes, it's true.
Who will have more passing yards, Carson Wentz or Jalen Hurts? We just talked about that game a little bit in the last segment. Matt?
Carson.
I think so, too. Jim?
Yeah, Carson.
And Ryan?
By the way, it was Emmett Johnson, wasn't Ernest Johnson. Sorry, Molly.
Oh.
No Ernie Johnson connection. But you said Carson Wentz or J.J. McCarthy?
No. That is not what I said. I said Carson Wentz or Jalen Hurts.
When is
who's gonna have more passing yards?
So when is J.J. McCarthy coming back?
Never.
Like, is
They're a
he
mess.
actually injured, or are they just putting him on the shelf?
I think they're shelving him.
It was 3 to 4 weeks was his injury, so this would be week 4.
Okay.
I think. So technically, it's not like raising eyebrows, at least in my opinion.
I'll go Jalen Hurts because I think this is a get-right game for the Eagles. I think Carson Wentz is going to throw like 2 interceptions in this game, especially in a revenge game against his former team. I think he's going to crumble.
All right, guys, last
like a
one
cookie.
here.
That one's just for you, Matt, in the 608.
Why?
He's mad at everything we're doing
Oh,
right now.
okay. That's awesome. Good for you,
Okay.
Matt. Over under 52.5 points between the Lions and the Bucks. And then also to give me your score prediction as a tiebreaker. Jim?
So I'm going to go Bucks winning, and I'll have them winning 31-28.
Oh, so they don't cover. Oh, they do. And never mind. They're
I
5.5
can't do the
point
math that
dogs.
fast.
They're
59.
5.5 point dogs. Yeah.
Over under is 52.5 total points.
Yeah. Let's go. I think it's going to be pretty high scoring. I'm taking the over for sure. Let's go 35 for the Buccaneers and 31 for the Lions.
Ryan, rapid fire.
I will go ahead and say that the Buccaneers cover and that it is 38 Lions, Buccaneers 33. Weird game. Weird game, but entertaining on Monday Night Football.
Alrighty, and if you're up for a game, Potawatomi Sportsbook is right there with you. For all international games and matches, the Midwest Best Sportsbook opens early. Place your bets, kick back, and enjoy the show on an absolutely enormous video wall. Then grab a cold one, along with food from a menu packed with flavor. Bet above the rest at Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Brewers baseball next. Pat Murphy had a chat with Joe Torre of the Yankees. Brewers baseball at 7:38. WTMJ Brewers warm-up coming up next. Pre-game at 7. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
See ya.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your